All right, so this last tool that I made is called Rhythm. Kind of sounds like rhythm, but I guess the cooler way to call it just Rhythm. And this is just a script that helps resize any element to the nearest multiple of the baseline grid. Okay, so um, when you're trying to create uh, a strict vertical rhythm throughout your site, um, it's actually not that hard to do with text. There's kind of a couple steps. One, you got to zero out all of the uh, spacing settings that the browser does by default. Um, and then you just need to set line height and font size on the root element. And then pretty much all the content that you add to the site is going to pretty much stick to strict vertical grid. Um, but once you start adding responsive elements like images or videos or canvas, um, other stuff like that, stuff that's going to resize as you resize the screen, then that's going to throw off all of your spacing. So I think if I come over here to, is it all? Oh no, fun. All right. So over here, I just created like a fun test page where I just try to set just about everything I could find, just about every HTML element to this strict baseline grid. And it really wasn't hard at all um, until you got to like images and like video elements. So I'm just gonna scroll down till we get to those. You can see as I'm scrolling down, like, everything is just like spot on as far as following the baseline grid. So getting exact spacing throughout everything with minimum effort. Uh, so I use Rhythm to get all these images to be sized to the nearest multiple of the baseline grid. Same with uh, this import, this embed, this video. Same with this SVG and Canvas. Uh, so that's where I use Rhythm. It's just to select those elements. And let me go back. And same thing, we need to have the line height and font size set on the root. And then you'll notice that I don't resize like the iframe or the image or the text area directly. I'm actually just resizing the wrapper that holds it. So uh, I mean, I still want the iframe and the image and the text area to be responsive, but I just want them to be 100% of whatever their parent is that's holding them. So basically, this script, and you can set it up to look for whatever you want. In this case, I've just put a parent element of with a class of resize around all the items that I want to resize. Um, so so it's just going to find all the classes that all the elements that have a class of resize and just handle it. Boom, done. So now got someone trying to call me. I'm gonna decline that stuff. Julie Buckerman. Sorry, not today. All right, so I mean, I find that this makes following a strict baseline. Pretty simple to do. I mean, if you just follow good practices, which is as simple as killing all the default styles that the browser sets. We'll kind of look at the style sheet I put for that. So killing margin padding, setting all font sizes back to 1 rem, font weight normal. You don't have to do that, but that's what I like to do. I like to just start with where all the text is normalized, and then kill all borders, because borders have layouts that will add extra heights and width to everything. Set up box sizing. Tables need a little massaging. I'm using outlines to get instead of borders to create the lines between content on table data and table heads. And then you'll probably never use these, but for the soup and sub elements that handle superscript and subscript, those actually add more height to the text block. So I'm kind of displaying those in line and actually translating them up or down in a way that doesn't take up any more vertical space. Some of the inputs need to be set to line height of 1, and then you'll probably never use this either, but the keyboard elements uses borders, and that's kind of be restyled to kill the extra height that gives you. And that's it. I mean, this is all you really need to reset everything. And then these are the styles for using Rhythm. If you want to use that resize class, I just included that. But basically, it's setting all these elements inside a parent of resize to width 100, so things stay responsive to the parent. And then that parent element will be resized programmatically with JavaScript on page load and when you resize the page. So that is Rhythm.